Hello Stampers, today I'm going to show you how to make this little mini note board. I made this one out of a rectangle coaster and I used the stamp set called Cheap Talk. First thing you want to do is get a rectangle coaster like this. You want to measure it because there are different sizes out there. Then what I did was I took a piece of our Good Neighbor designer paper and I cut it. You want to cut it down to 4 by 5.5. That was the size of this chipboard. So you want to cut this piece to the size of what your chipboard will be. Then you want to take the little corner rounder punch and you're just going to round each corner here. You're going to round all 4 corners. And I always stick them in upside down so I make sure it goes in there right. And then you're going to take some snail. And put that on there. And then what I wanted to do is I wanted to kind of jazz up the background. I just didn't want it polka dotted. So I took our melon mambo and I took the flower from the Cheap Talk stamp set. And I just went around and stamped randomly. Just did that in melon mambo, and then I took the Bermuda Bay and the little smaller flower from the Cheap Talk stamp set, and I added this to it. So you have that so far. Then you want to take a sponge dauber, and I did pumpkin pie. I really like these 3 colors together a lot. And then I just went around and I sponged the edge, to kind of give it a finished look, to soften it up, to just tie it in. Once you've sponged the edges, then you're ready to start assembling this. What you want to do is, if you go to a hardware store, they sell corkboard in a roll. And you're going to cut 2 of these pieces of cork to 2 3/4 by 3.5. There's 2 pieces here. I already sticky stripped 1 piece together to save time. And then on the back, you can see there's sticky strip, and I already pulled the backing off of it, so it's ready to go. So again, you want to cut them each at 2 3/4 by 3.5, and then you're just gonna stick that right onto the paper. And the reason why you do 2 is because when you stick in the little thumb pin there, you want it so there's thickness to it. And then what I did was I stamped the little bird from Cheap Talk and Bermuda Bay, and then I cut him out and I put a dimensional on the back, and I just set the bird down here in the corner. And then I got some sticky notes and I stamped the little flower in the corner to kind of finish it off, and I stuck that up here at the top. And then I took our Birds and Bloom Sizzlet die, and I cut a flower out in Bermuda Bay, pumpkin pie, and melon mambo. I sponged the coordinating ink on each one, and then I set a clear rhinestone brad in the center. And then I put a dimensional on the back there. And then what you want to do is kind of bend up your flower leaves before you put this on, because you kind of want this to stand out a little bit on your little message board. And then I put it right here. I'm going to move this down just a little bit. Now, here's where you have two options. You can either put magnets on the back, so this can go right on the fridge, or you can do like what I did with this one, and I added some Melon Mambo polka dotted ribbon on here. I just punched 2 holes and then tied the ribbon through. So you have 2 options on how you can finish this off. And I just wanted to share that with you. And then I put a little ribbon on the thumb pins and added them right on there. Now you know how to make a mini note board. Thank you.